DEA's cannabis rescheduling rules face potential delay ahead of Election Day, from Colorado Politics by Marianne Goodland. Could cannabis be rescheduled from a Schedule 1 to a Schedule 3 substance by September? According to some experts, those opposed to rescheduling may push for a public hearing that could delay the final rules past Election Day. Some claim that's precisely the point, to not give President Joe Biden a significant boost in his appeal to younger voters. On July 20th, the 60-day public comment period on cannabis rescheduling ends. 30 days after that, the DEA is expected to publish its final rules, which are expected to go into effect on September 20th. More than 25,000 comments have already been received. A spokesman for Smart Approaches to Marijuana, or SAM, the Anti-Cannabis Coalition, asked for a 30-day extension of the public comment period, noting that a rule affecting such a sweeping change warrants more than a 60-day comment period. On the other hand, Colorado has been playing a behind-the-scenes role in helping the federal government with its research into rescheduling. The Colorado Department of Revenue supplied data on business licenses, sales, prices, maps, testing, and social equity statistics. The Colorado Department of Public Health provided the federal government a literature review on cannabis research. The Colorado Department of Public Safety submitted a report on the impact of cannabis. The Colorado Department of Education provided materials and curricula pertaining to cannabis use. And just last week, the Coalition for Cannabis Scheduling Reform hosted a webinar for reporters featuring Governor Jared Polis of Colorado and Governor Wes Moore of Maryland. According to Polis, the rescheduling action by the president is pro-freedom, forward-thinking, reduces taxes, helps our economy, and improves public safety. In opposition, Dr. Libby Stite, a board-certified psychiatrist affiliated with the National Marijuana Initiative, which appears to be anti-cannabis, wrote, "With the increasing potency of THC in cannabis plants and products produced from extracts, I have seen increasing problems with cognition, psychosis, worsening mental health, anxiety, depression, suicide, violence, and cannabis hyperemesis syndrome in my patients." Meanwhile, Dr. Larry Wolk, the executive director of Colorado Department of Public Health, says that the state did not experience any significant issues as a result of cannabis legalization. Quote, "We have actually seen an overall decrease in DUIs since legalization, states Wolk. When compared relative to the potential harm that substances, including alcohol and prescription drugs, can cause the body, it is clear that cannabis poses a lesser risk of harm or abuse." So the debate rages on. Two medical professionals have contradictory assessments of cannabis. There doesn't seem to be much concern for the truth. Very little clinical study has been done on evaluating the safety and efficacy of community-accessible cannabis products. Meanwhile, politics is used as a tool to promote misinformation. Last night I saw two old men bickering like school children. What's sad is that people's lives are at stake. So who are you going to vote for? The one who values politics over health and wellness, or the one who values politics over health and wellness? This is Dr. Jean Talleyrand with IN9 News.
I love how you ended that on that one, Dr. T. That was.
I had to bring it back to the politics.
Yeah, that was. Yes,
I love that.
Yeah, man. I mean, it's. I mean, when it comes to cannabis policy, I personally think Trump has a better policy than Biden does. That's my opinion. There's a lot of people that will disagree with that and whatnot, but that's my opinion. I don't think schedule.
Why is that, Dixon?
What's that? Well, because we can look at Trump's record. So Trump, and I helped him work on this messaging of when he first came out and said that he was for medical. So therefore that is already established.
He never said that. Hold on. You get live time.
No, he said that during the 2020 campaign when he was first running.
Find that quote for me. I don't.
I covered in the article that I read yesterday in regards to this. It highlighted that quote as well. So like I'm not pulling shit out of my ass.
He also says he's against drugs. You know, the problem with Trump is you don't know what he's going to do. I mean, he's just like, it's whatever the flavor is of the moment, right? No. So there's no reliability.
See, I disagree with that. I think just a lot of people don't understand how to speak Trump. They don't understand the language that he speaks.
Yeah, I think you need to go to a planet where people speak his language.
I do. I understand Trump.
It's called double speak, and it's a way for him to say a lot without saying a goddamn thing. Mm-hmm. Right? I brought up the quote. It says, while Trump has spoken out in favor of medical cannabis legalization on several occasions, he released signing statements on spending legislation stipulating that he always reserves the right to ignore a long-standing rider that prohibits the Justice Department from using its funds to interfere with state legal medical programming. So he says one thing and signs the exact opposite.
Right. And I'm not saying Biden's any better, you know.
No, Biden doesn't know shit.
Well, hold on. Because we also have Trump, who signed the Farm Bill into law. Okay, and that was basically legalizing cannabis across the board, even though, you know what I'm saying?
It's getting everybody buying Delta 8 and making
Well, hold on, Dr. T.
I think that's how it's being framed.
THCA.
Like Donald Trump is the Delta 8 president.
What about THCA?
Donald Trump is the Delta 8 president.
Yeah, exactly. It's misinformation on THCA. THCA is a component in every single cannabis plant.
Mm-hmm.
Donald Trump is Delta 8 and Joe Biden is THCA. Which one are you gonna have?
I don't know. I would flip those two. I would flip that too. I would say Trump would be THCA and Biden would be Delta 8 because Biden was definitely on some type of synthetic last night with all of his energy.
No. Biden got the full effect on a spray pack where Donald Trump, because Donald Trump is unregulated. You have no idea what the fuck is in that thing. I think that's the correct assessment.
What were your thoughts? What were your thoughts, Rachelle?
I don't know. It's hard to say. Like, on the one hand, Biden's pushing this rescheduling thing pretty hard, but like, it's not the end all be all, as we'll talk about in my story. But I do believe there's going to be a holdup on the rescheduling, whether it's lawsuits or some kind of pushback. Like, I would not be surprised.
I agree with that assessment. Yeah.
100%,
Rochelle. I agree with that assessment. Dr. Mark, I already know how you feel about all this. Do you want to comment on this, or you want us to move along?
I just think that they need to end cannabis prohibition. You can't put a plant that people can grow themselves into Schedule 3. It doesn't belong dispensed by a pharmacist.
I agree.
And yeah, I mean, I'm a firm believer, I think we've said this before, is that if cannabis prohibition ends and people have unfettered access to high quality cannabis and cannabis products, the market for recreational synthetics derived from hemp or anything else, it's going to go away.
Without a doubt.
People have access to artisan quality cannabis like NorCal cannabis, the cannabis that I smelled at Grateful Dead concerts in the 80s. If they have access to that, you don't need Delta 8 or HHC or any of this other crap.
Question, Dr. Mark. When you said NorCal Cannabis, were you referring to the cannabis company that's called NorCal Cannabis, or are you just referring to NorCal Cannabis in general?
No, just kind of general.
I just wanted to make sure, because some of our viewers in here do work for NorCal Cannabis, so I just wanted to make sure that we were distinctifying that.
Hey, if it's in Northern California, it could be their weed.
It could be very, very possible. Very, very, very possible, Dr. Mark. And on that, we are going to roll into a commercial, and we're going to be right back.